to sell a few G's. Yo, what's good? Day 17. What's good, people? Welcome back. We figured out how to fix up. Let me make sure. All right, cool. We are on day 17. We've been doing some messing around with OBS, and I think we might have figured it out. Don't jinx myself, right? So I think we have maybe figured out how to fix the bitrate. Looks pretty good, 7,000. Awesome, guys. We got a lot of things to cover today, but right now we're going to focus on our product, right? So we've been talking a lot about vibe coding, this Vyral.com product and services. So far, we have built a service agent that is not really novel. There are a lot of people that are doing similar things, actually. In my last stream, I had a conversation with a guy, and he has built multiple companies where he's doing similar things, and his friends are doing similar things, which is basically helping other businesses win, right? And it makes sense, right? It's not novel. Most businesses or most services are connected to other services and other businesses. That's sort of how it works, right? Like, there's a connected system that exists, and different services are talking to each other every single day to operate many different businesses that exist. Not just services, but also people, of course, right? People are part of those services. So we've been working on numerous things, guys. The big key here is a service agent that helps businesses process information better. And one huge caveat there is every business sort of needs a storefront. So that's sort of where we started when we started vibe coding. So to show you my screen here, I want to make sure things look good. Okay. So we started with a concept of helping folks build and manage their website. The reason we started here, guys, is because a lot of people start businesses every other day, and as they manage their businesses, they need a way to communicate with their customers, but not the typical, hey guys, let's get things done. This is more so for organizing information better, right? So, of course, if you're a customer and you have a direct relationship with the person you're trying to do business with, then it's a matter of a message, right? Like you send a text message through iMessage or WhatsApp or Telegram or Discord, whatever the case may be. If you have that relationship, you get things done. If you don't really have an established relationship and you're just learning about the business or you're just getting connected, typically you go through some part of their funnel. That could be a website, a landing page, whatever you want to call it, a form, their social media. You found them somehow and you are curious about what that business is, how they work, the credibility, like who trusts it. You're asking a lot of questions, and the idea of the website or the front-facing digital pieces is to help that person answer as many questions as possible, gain confidence, and build trust with you, your business, your team, your organization, no matter what it is, before they actually get into an interaction with you, right? And this is happening in the background every single day for every single service organization that exists out there, right? So that's why we started here, right? This is the bread and butter to most businesses because it's how they start to organize their deal flow. And guys, what I mean by deal flow here is the process of a person going from, hey, I'm interested in your service, to actually exchanging value, a transaction occurring. And a transaction could be a booking. It could be, a reservation being made, an appointment being made, a part of the deal flow basically progressing. Now, a lot of people get stuck between the having visitors and having conversion. That's everybody, right? There are a lot of people that are going to sift through, find your website, find your site, find your social media, find whatever about you, and just browse and forget you exist, right? That's just what it is. But there are people that find you and they're like, oh, this is interesting. And they type about, figure things out, learn more. So it's evolving. Anyway, I'm going to stop that rant. Today, we're going to focus on our iOS app. So I've been doing a couple things, two things in parallel. One is the product go-to-market, the first is go-to-market strategy, and the second is product. So those are two key things. I think market is first, in my opinion. So right now, I am running some lightweight ads, and this is just to help me validate thesis like very early, as opposed to spending a lot more of my time trying to validate thesis. What we've seen and what we've learned from this information has been pretty interesting, like to understand what the demand looks like in this space. So we've had 5 registrations completed from 17, I think, views. And I think 2 people saw the upsell, which is like the subscription plan. Of course, we have a trial. I had a conversation with a guy on a stream 2 days ago about being careful for the cost. So we do have a trial, but even before the trial, we allow people to use a lot of different AI models. Not extensively, of course, but we want to provide a great experience. And it's a trade-off because if you want to provide a great experience up front, you're spending a lot up front. But you're hoping to win over the customer. So essentially, what we try to do is we try to help you get your website in literally as quick as we can, right? So I'll show a quick example, and hopefully it's not broken right now, guys. So let's imagine. Okay, what type of business am I right now? I want to be a mechanic. Okay, I need a mechanic website. Okay, we're just gonna do this on the fly. Okay, I'm already signed in. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to sign back out. I gotta fix that actually. So I'm signing out so it doesn't think I exist already. Okay, we're gonna start fresh, blank slate. Okay, so let's say I'm a business owner and I'm a mechanic. Okay, I land on this thing. I need a mechanic website system, whatever, right? Let's say. All right, I need a mechanic website system. My name is gonna be Brown Lee. Okay. So I'm going to do Brown Lee. Hopefully there's no Brown Lee, but okay. So we're going to do this. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right? Boom. You can also use Google, but for this case, I'm just going to use simple email and password. Okay. I need a mechanic website. Got it. So you're in the automotive industry. What is the name of the mechanic business, right? So we're starting off pretty good, but I don't like the picture already. I'm going to criticize my own thing, of course. But okay. Mechanic website. Guys, industry. What's the name of your mechanic business? So, okay. What's the name of our business? We're going to call it Motors Cook Town. Motors Cook Town. Okay. Specific services we offer. We offer a range from, so the images is something still that is giving us a lot of issues. So I'll note that down. It's been about 3 or 4 days, right? We've had similar image issues. The complexity there really is managing a lot of different pictures. 1 is between stock images. 2 is like actively searching for new images when a new person comes in. The 3rd is generating potential images depending on the gaps. So there are ways we could tackle it. It's just not quite consistent as we would like it. Ideally, right? Like when a person comes and says, I need a mechanic website, the first thing that should show here is not an office room, right? It should not be computers, maybe, right? Like depending on the type of mechanic shop. But we ideally will want this to be a little bit more interesting. A mechanic shop, a garage, like cars. Like I should be seeing cars already, right? So that's one quick thing I'll call out here is it's not the system is not perfect yet, especially when it comes to the website designing process. We're close. We just need to nail the image management system. Okay, so we offer a range from tires to, let's say, engine, work, even body work sometimes, right? So we're just gonna throw some stuff in there, try to see what it cooks up. Now we're typical customers. Let's say ranges from adults to even older folks. I see a lot of men and women that come into town. Just whatever you want to say, right? Like it's very dependent on how your business really is. A lot of people have different types of ways to think about their business. Highlighting tire changes and your repair, body work. Do you offer any services you like to include? Say. Okay. All right. So this onboarding is taking quite some time for me. Let's see. Whoa. Okay, it's not supposed to take my camera like that. Okay, we're gonna figure that out. Working? Cool. Boom. Fixed it. I don't know why that's a thing, actually, but I'm glad I figured out the solution. The camera situation. All right, so you can see the website sort of starts to take form, take some type of shape. Not the best. Still a long way to go, but it's getting there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump in. Let's go. Ideally, we can make more changes. Okay. Welcome back, Brown. Thank you. Gonna show me some examples of what things could look like. Yeah, we're still working on nailing the experience. But see, right, like the image management system again, guys, is cooked. So we gotta up that because that's terrible. It's terrible. Okay, but we're making some headwinds. We're making some headwinds. We're moving pretty quickly, so can't complain. Can't complain. Pull services up here, right? So we can mess around with the sections, still. So that's working well. The image management system is still cooked. But as you see with the preview, we can kind of get a good preview of the site. It's a bit stretched. It's a bit stretched, but I think I was working on one here, actually. Was I working on it here? I was not. Okay, so that's one more thing I got to work on. So there are a few things we're working on in parallel in regards to this, but this is a bit stretched. It shouldn't be this wide. It should be more like this, right? But it's one tiny detail to kind of clean up. And we're also working on what the app version will look like. So it's going to be a mimic of essentially the web version. No much difference. I guess the only real difference would be, so let me close this actually, see if I can get away with it. Ooh. How do you do that? Come on. Give me. Okay, I guess we can't. Keeping up with my chat. Oh geez. Was good solo man. Solo dolo man. Okay. We are going to we are going to work on the video. So we need one of the videos running. Not quite running yet. An app onboarding. Why does the website preview not show by default while user is going through flow? Take up the top half, split view like our front end version. Review closer. Mobile details. Onboarding. Okay. All right. So we've got 2 of those running in parallel. Inbox website. So we got to fix this up again. But right, like for right now, we're just gonna take a step back from that and think about the big picture. So again, so the 2 things we're working on is go-to-market and the product itself. Now, the website editor needs to improve. A couple things that I actually got to call out is the onboarding process. We gotta tighten that up a little bit more. Images. So we noticed images wasn't working so well. It wasn't recommending well. Recommendation. Okay. We're gonna pretend I spelled that properly. Yo, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Ah, jeez. Okay. Give me back. Give me back. Bring me back. All right, we're gonna do this for a hot second. Okay. Cool. All right, cool. Dang. I wish this would just be a little bit more consistent, but I think I need a new laptop. That's probably what the real solution will be. So stay tuned for whenever that happens. We'll figure that out. So we've got to rerun this. So we're right now we're creating a video. So I've been talking a lot about go-to-market. So we need to create videos, pretty consistent videos that are like pretty good looking, that has some type of demo aspect to it. And we're gonna try to figure out more clever ways to make it more engaging. So one thing we've been working on, guys, is a video management system. So this sort of helps us take like some fun videos that we find on the internet and basically like cut it into a short video, and we basically throw an ad outro. Right now it's more of an outro, but in the future we'll play around with how to blend advertising into videos. So this is you'll hear a lot of people are doing a lot of UGC, so that's one way to reduce the cost of customer acquisition. So when it comes to building apps and products and stuff, you can always find like, you know, depending on whatever you're charging, a lot of people charge different prices for different apps or different products and services. But the margin matters because you're dealing with some type of scale. So you want to think about what is the customer acquisition cost. So right now I'm running ads, right? For example, to give you an example. So it's $10 per registration right now, based on my current budget, daily budget, and current spend, right? So if it costs you $10 to acquire a user, now you got to think about, okay, out of 5 users, how many users are actually paying, right? So that's how you get to your customer acquisition cost. So let's say it costs $50 to acquire a customer. So every $50 spent, one customer actually subscribes to a plan. So then you have to think about what do you want to charge, right? And also what the LTV is, right? Because you don't have to earn everything on the first month. The numbers, right? It's just it kind of just becomes a number game. Oh, And every time that happens, I figured out the solution. So bear with me. I would just fix it on the fly. In the meantime, let's see how far our video is going. Okay, so we still gotta fix a couple things with the video. So one thing you'll notice is right here, guys. Right here, this is supposed to be a real image. I think it's the actual app that's broken, because I noticed a similar thing when I was scrolling through here. I think it was a gallery, yeah. So this is the gallery is basically cooked. The gallery is the issue. Figure out why images in our gallery is not loading on any device. This is the core app, not just the recording. The recording does catch this error. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at that. Why is that breaking? So we need these images loading, guys, so we can show crisp demo. So I'll show you guys a quick look. So we let's figure this out. Get this back. All right, we're back. We're cool. Okay, so this is the video, guys. We got to remake this video, show like a good experience, what that looks like, and potentially run an ad to this. Not sure yet. First, I'm going to test it on my YouTube channel, see how well that does. And if it does pretty well, then I'll probably do ads on it. Another thing I've been thinking about, guys, with go-to-market strategy is I might run an ad on TikTok that is going to be more focused on trying to build some type of followership there. So I kind of heard about some strategy with running an ad and like driving followers, and then trying to use that to drive more engagement or more attention to a product, right? So the experiment there is going to be, can we get more a lower customer acquisition cost? Going back to that, right? So right now if we're paying $10 per registration, and 1 out of every 5 registration converts, right? So we want to drive this 10 down, and we want to drive that 1 up to like 2 or 3, right? So reduce the cost to acquire a customer and increase the amount of people that are converting. But how do we do that? It all goes back down to the product, guys. But this helps us better understand what people care about, right? So we A/B test different word choices, right? Like edit your website by talking to it, right? And having videos and trying to understand what they click on, how far they stay, why they might drop from a video. So if people are landing on the website from the messaging, right? So it clearly speaks to something like that there is some relative demand, right? But you still have to validate, okay, sure, person's interested. So we got 70 whatever people, right, that were interested. Why were they interested, right? They must have had some type of calling from whatever they read or whatever they saw. So they thought it was interesting enough to go click on it, right? So then they landed here, and then they went through the experience, and then maybe it was like, okay, I was expecting something, but I didn't quite understand what's going on, or this is not what I'm looking for, whatever the case may be, right? So that's where the process of understanding the demand in the market looks like. So it's very product iterative, right? You just like learn about the marketplace and what people care about, and who is trying to have problems solved, and how they run their businesses, and what types of systems that they're using, right? So it's a continuous learning environment. But I think building infrastructure in this arena is interesting because you can help a lot of people move faster. So that's what I'm curious about. Like, how can you help other people move faster in their businesses, organized and very very easy, seamless. So if I nailed the website building experience, I think across mobile, helping a person basically build and launch a website where they can onboard their team into the experience, add like their friends or whoever else helps them manage the business, and run their website, run their front office, schedule calls, schedule tours, have bookings, have appointments organized. I think that is a great place to also learn a lot more about different sets of infrastructure pieces, especially in marketing. Like, how do you help brands scale? So I'm not quite focused on that yet. I don't think I necessarily have to. Actually, I am looking for growth hacking experts. So if anybody's really interested in growth hacking or like growth marketing, I think it would be interesting to explore how we can help businesses that are or users in the ecosystem of viral and how they're using it, basically find interesting ways to grow their business. I think one thing that's kind of difficult with the whole AI thing is with content. It's kind of scary to just do it. It doesn't feel right, because it's like, I guess, translating how you translate a video to something that actually is engaging, useful, fun, speaks to a person, speaks to a business, right? Like, how does it fit, right? So I'm having a hard time understanding how to create new and engaging pieces of content that helps drive businesses. It's very hard, guys. So like, think about like a venue, right? Like in the hospitality world, it's hard to recreate that experience, right? Like, how do you advertise with content to people? What do you talk about, right? Like, how do you stay relevant? Why, like, that's a question. I don't know. Maybe you can make the same video every day and people love it. But it almost feels like you kind of have to be a little bit more engaging, entertaining than just, hey, like, my business. Hey, like, come go to my venue. I think folks that have found ways to like be engaging, be interesting, be entertaining have ended up building those businesses. So yeah, that's a question I have. How do you like do it? How do business owners leverage systems that exist so they don't have to do it themselves, but it doesn't come off like AI garbage? Like, feels authentic, feels engaging, maybe involves real people as well, of course. But if there are efficient ways to use like AI to generate stuff, then that's fun. People also actually create these AI things, right? Like these content pieces. Someone sat there and wrote something. The AIs are not that smart yet to like do everything themselves. Like, people still give tasks to do at the end of the day. It just might end up that a lot of it is like sloppy because the task was too broad. And I think that's where the opportunity comes in for creators who are like super talented, super brilliant, super like mind, like just interesting in the mind, where they can think of the most complicated scenarios, make it interesting, make it fun, make it exciting, make it engaging. People that are just like wildly creative will excel because they can be specific enough to the AI to tell it what to do, give it focus, give it clarity. And I think that's what will probably break through the noise that we're seeing with all the slop, is creators who have crazy, crazy creative minds and are not afraid to just like say whatever and express themselves. Okay. So we're still working on these things, but that would be ideal case. If I can find someone that's like great at that, that would push me a lot, especially to do more product validation stuff. Because like the one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to overinvest in sending 500 people to something and like only one person's like interested. I guess how do we get this ratio down enough so before we start to like mass market? Like, mass marketing is only great if you're converting on that. Okay. So we got a long way to go, so we're gonna work on that today. I'm a little bit slow on doing that, but okay. The race condition issue I want to address is our onboarding flow and AI chat Copilot. I think it's the same. I think it's affecting this as well. So I'm gonna double check that. Oh, maybe not the AI chat. Maybe just onboarding. Because onboarding definitely looked like that. It's pretty bad. Okay, so maybe just onboarding flow on mobile. Wait, let me triple check. Okay, so why is this working well? Let me confirm something, guys. Got to test across different devices. I think Android's probably going to suffer the most because I don't have Android device really. So I'm not really going to get a good chance to really test it. Nor am I really trying to publish this on Android, unfortunately, yet. Mostly focused on Swift right now, Xcode, so it'll be a iOS-focused app. One more issue on aggressive onboarding flow on mobile. The preview appears to be stretched. Nah, I'll describe it more as like really website is not closer. It's very hard to describe what I mean, but I want to see if it could help me figure that out. But what I'm trying to express is, so on our actual phone here, so like this is viral. This is one of the websites we created, right? So right here you can see that the hero section looks pretty good. It looks okay. So I can like basically scroll through the website and kind of like see what it looks like. Let me make it a little bit bigger, right? So you can kind of like see that it looks slightly okay on my phone here. Here, but if you go on my laptop, right, like if I go here, right, so it looks like what I'm trying to express is it looks very smaller here, like very much too wide. And then also you can see this section, which you shouldn't be able to see this section yet. That's like kind of irking me out. It should look more like this, where it's like a little bit more compact. Yeah, actually that's getting the wrong layout sections as well. Website editor to ensure proper layout consistency between onboarding, AI Copilot, and website editor. Okay. All right. So that's my last piece of feedback. I think that's pretty good there. That should probably help us solve most of these issues we're seeing. We're gonna re-record this demo once we get that going. So I'm gonna jump into Xcode here. Let's see. One thing I actually do want to do is I'm gonna nuke this. I'm gonna nuke this and I'm gonna rebuild this. Okay, so we're gonna build this and run it. So this is going to be basically the iOS app, guys. So we got the mobile version. So this is the just web browser version. So go on viral.com. You can basically access this mobile version or web version, let's say. But we're gonna jump on the App Store as well to make sure the experience is just a lot different as a business owner when you have an app that you don't have to sign into every day. You get notifications properly. You don't have to be texted notifications, right? Sometimes I think there's a level of notifications that probably be text based, but others might be email based, and others just app based. But we'll get there, guys. It's gonna be a process. It's going to be a process. Oh, forgot to respond to this lady. Shoot. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna make sure this is also gonna respect my privacy. All right. All right, cool. I had to respond to somebody really quick. Read Copilot preview card. So that's been giving ton of issues, tons of issues. Okay. All right, cool. So now we got this. That was one issue that we had previously. Just for some reason didn't want to show what the website might look like. Okay, so we're gonna do another demo, but this one it's gonna be on the iOS app version, not the browser version. Hi, me, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we're going to be viral this time around, guys. We're going to be us. Oh, no, that's not what I wrote. That's not what I wrote. That's not what I wrote. Okay. Oh, connection error. Perfect. Okay, so there's a ton of errors on this one that we've got to make sure we're catching. Connection error. Oh, it's a database issue. Shoot. Didn't realize this bad boy was down. It's like, maybe I should read. Maybe I should try reading. You know, usually that solves some of your problem when you read. Okay. Actually, did I push that up? Oh, it was pushed up. Okay. Copilot expanded. Okay, it seems like it kind of understands our problem. All right, so we're gonna have some faith and make sure this is good. Okay. Is our backend running? Why is our backend still cooked? Okay. Let's figure this out. Fix this. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Fix it up. Make no mistakes. Do it very fast. Do it very, very fast. That's the way. Modern man. Modern man. Whoa. Okie dokie. So let's see how we're doing on YouTube, guys. I realized I was like, maybe I should just live stream some of this stuff. It's not a bad idea. Just to potentially get paid by YouTube and find potential folks that would be using the product as well, right? Does not hurt. It's a win-win. All right, backend is potentially back online, so we can get us a real test. Give this thing a real test. Together we might. Any thoughts on Motebook and AI agents? I think they're interesting. Of course, Motebook is just a forum. But there will be many forums that will probably come about. Reddit's a forum. I think the existing apps are just gonna be places that AI go hang out anyway. But I think AI agents they're gonna be here to stay. They're not going anywhere. What I'm working on right now is an AI agent. If you consider it an AI agent. So everything's gonna converge into just AI agencies. Okay, it looks pretty good though. This stream compared to my previous streams, which were kind of horrendous, pretty horrendous. Okay. All right. So seems like this is doing okay. Let's see how we're doing here. Okay, we're online. Port's free. Okay. Push these changes up to main. Gallery fix and website review card fix. Okay, so we're gonna push these up. We gotta check one thing, make sure it's good. Okay, cool. Push this up, and we're gonna know. Then we're gonna know. But I think this should be good now. Try this one more time. Viral. Wait. Error. Reset chat. I gotta rebuild it. All right, cool. So this is pushing up to main. I think our streams have been kind of picking up lately. Actually, I'm seeing a lot of in comparison to. I don't know if these are bot views though. So honestly, who knows? Yeah, I don't know if these are bots. I hope they're not bots, but it's quite motivating to see the numbers go up. I remember my first stream had I don't even think one viewer. I don't even think I had one viewer, bro. Oh, look at this. 72,000. Geez, Bitcoin. How far have you fallen off the map? They drove Bitcoin off a cliff. They drove it off a cliff. Jeez. Let's see. Okay. Damn. Okay, so we're where's the 200 moving average? Okay, so we're approaching the 200 week moving average. So 58K. I think it'll probably bottom at 60K. Probably, right? Like, if you look at the 200 week moving average, it tends to not stay too far under it. So, okay, here we're like, how far under? We're like 24.16, 24.16. 66. Okay. So we're like 60%. Four out of 22. 18%. Okay, so 18%. I forgot how to do math. 18% under the moving average. So let's say like 58 minus 18%, right? So again, so you're actually looking at like 45,000. So I would say like 45,000 is probably a reasonable bottom. So if it goes, and this is just a segue topic, but if it goes 18% under the 200 moving average, so it typically does not, as you can see here, guys, like it doesn't quite stay under the 200 week moving average too long. But if it does, then it's usually like 20% under. So that's your risk adjustment. If you want to think about it, for my investor pals out there that want to retire on Bitcoin. Let's see, how are we doing, guys? How we doing? All right. No more bad vibes, guys. Just up to the right only charts. Show me up and to the right only charts. All right. Whoa. Okay, so it looks like that's going good. I'm glad my YouTube is actually out of jail. Out of YouTube jail now. So my videos for the longest just got destroyed. They got completely nuked. And we had been trying to figure it out. I think a big part of it was when I was experimenting on all these video tooling systems. I sort of like just botched the account a bit. So it was kind of flattened. There was a lot of flattening happening. So let's see, right? So, it was a huge flat since December. We just had our account basically just nuked to zero. But we're going to get a tick back up. So we're going to see how this evolves and if this is an effective strategy to bootstrapping a product, building in public, or vibe coding / trying to, build an audience with a lower customer acquisition cost than advertising, right? So a lot of people are doing very interesting things with like TikTok creatives and Facebook. Facebook's interesting. I think actually one thing I should do with my time in the next week is put together a strategy to hang out in Facebook groups. It's not a typical place I would potentially hang out in. I mean, I have spent some time in the past. Like, I think the most is like when I'm trying to sell furniture, maybe with like Facebook Marketplace, or if I'm looking for a place. This was in college, actually, when I was looking for like a place, an apartment, or if you're looking for a roommate, or if you're looking for stuff like that. That's usually when I would go to Facebook. I don't typically do. So I got to like think about how to leverage, because people are there. A lot of business owners are on Facebook. A lot of service providers, a lot of service agents are on Facebook just living their lives. And I think that's actually where we get the highest conversion is Facebook, at least from the advertising perspective. So I have never really tried TikTok advertising extensively. So that's something to consider as well. So we're battling between the product and marketing, which are two really hard things to do. But doing it in parallel, especially early stage, I think is important, because then you can validate as you go instead of building a whole thing that no one needs. Okay, you're broken again. Maybe not. Okay, so we're just erroring, it looks like. Connection error, please try again. I think I'm just having a hard time adjusting to Xcode and the IDE, but I think we'll figure it out. So let's see. Maybe I should just take this whole thing with the errors. But the errors are not quite useful. It doesn't really seem like very well organized. I don't really quite like it, but that's just the way it's set up. I just have to deal with it. Or maybe I'll be able to fix it over time, but for now, we're stuck with it. It would be nice to get these videos. Okay, now let's try recording with the working version. If you don't get a working version, then the recording will tell us. Review the frames to ensure they work as expected before we consider it a success. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a task. Cool. Coolio. Build transition. No more distractions. So I'm gonna try to test this as a new video advertising, but before I do, I need to really clean that up. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to that sort of thing. But it's a couple things because it's the app itself as well. So we're actually recording the app. So that's one trick I found. I don't know how people do it, if they do it in a different way. Actually, this is something that I think is quite interesting recently that I heard about. I haven't given it a shot yet, but I will. It's Higgsfield. So they basically kind of help you create animation videos and demo-like videos. So I think it's quite cool. I might mess around with one of these, maybe something like this. That's something like this. How did I hear about you guys? I think X. Consistent results. This is a cool offer. It's a cool upsell process. Okay, so this teaches me a lot about my own user experience, right? Like I just want to test this thing, right? Like, so that's the big thing when it comes to user experience. Like when a person finds your product or whatever, they just want to try stuff first, right? Like they're not really interested in all the advertisements. I just want to see what's going on, you know? Like could care less about the advertising. It's like, oh, like pay for this. Like, no, I don't want to pay anything yet. I don't even know what this is. Yeah, so that's the age we're in now. You just basically gotta make it really, really easy Whoa. All right, we got to find this image. I think this would be a pretty good image actually to use. I don't know where I might have placed it. Let's see, might be easier to search here. Our landscape. Okay. Cool. Let's see. If it's free for the time being, let's see if it's going to work. So I'm going to do a 1x1. Yeah, 1x1. Actually, let's see. Let's do this one. Let's see what you guys can do. Let's see. All right. Duration, we're gonna say 15 seconds. We want this. Can we get multiple? Okay, we're just gonna take this. All right. Whoa, guys, can we try this, guys? We can't try it. Okay, it looks like it might let us try it. They've been going pretty hard, actually, gotta say. With the marketing, they've been kind of pumping. All right, so let's see how far we go. Okay, better. We're gonna track logs, guys. We need to know why things are erroring, not just error. Right? Better user experiences. It's good to see this channel back and up and running. Looks like we're gonna have a couple breakout videos. I gotta figure out how the audience feels about what I'm doing, guys. Okay, so basically with Viral Media, one of the product tools I've been working on, I basically find videos that I like. Let's simplify it. I find videos I like that I think are interesting. I basically create short videos out of them. Right? I create short videos out of them, and I advertise my product within it. Now these videos, of course, they do pretty well because I didn't create the content, really. Like, I didn't go shoot this whole thing, right? I think it's interesting. I think people will watch it. It looks like it's, oh, what's going on? Like, why is this guy on the street? You know, I'm curious, so I'm watching the content. But I throw my advertising. Right now, it's just at the end. I think I could use this time better with, like, that's why I'm trying to create better ads, because at the end, it's like, this kind of looks boring. Like, this is kind of boring. One thing I'm also working on is how to make mid video demos. It might be a little bit noisy, so I might not work on that yet. I think what I'll probably just do is just improve the current outro without overwhelming it. But one thing I do want to do is eventually maybe test advertising in between shorts. So I'm pushing the limits here on like how will people continue to engage with content, like even with advertising if it's done properly. What does that look like? What is a line not to cross? So I'm going to be exploring that. So I've got a couple videos here, guys, different types of videos. Some do well, some don't, but basically just taking a long video and creating short videos out of it. This is inspired by Opus. So I used to pay these guys quite a good amount of money to use their product. And basically they just help you create short videos. So same jazz. You grab a YouTube link. Right, you grab a YouTube link, you drop it here, they give you clips. boom, right? And I think they charge, yeah, like $20 per month, $15 per month. I have a tool here for myself that does it for me, right? Same thing. I just create shorts whenever I want, on demand, and I've made it more customized to what I would how I like it. So this is my own personal archive of videos, and I basically track different types of genres. Oh, speaking of, I remind myself that I have some other work to do here. Niche videos, emerging service businesses, keep separate, fill what we can. Wait, what's the real issue? Okay, so we're adding more content to watch here. So whenever we want to create shorts, we just browse and look at like what we like, and we basically turn it into shorts for our brand, and we put our outro to market our product. Now, I hadn't validated this yet, guys. Right? Like, I think some people are finding me through it, because I'm seeing people land without any ads. But I don't think these are buyers. I think these are people that are like either providing similar services and they found it and they're like, oh, this is interesting. Maybe I should do something similar. So I don't think these are like really buyers. Some might be potential buyers, but I haven't seen any. There's no way to tell yet, and I want to measure that better. But I'm not quite sure exactly how to measure it. Right? Look, we got this guy back again. This is someone that's been around, I think, now for like 20 times. Keeps coming back. I think they're either recording the hell out of the app or something. God knows. No idea. But we haven't seen much traction from it. But when we do, wait, I don't think this is working actually, is it? It says thinking. Did you think yet? How far did the thinking go? You done yet? Maybe it's not free at all. But this is another product I could potentially offer for people to use. But I'm not really thinking about that. I'm not thinking about selling it. I want to validate it first. Not sell it, but like offer it as a service or whatever, right? This would be interesting for people that are clippers. Like if your job is to clip streams, for example, like people go and edit streams. You could use this tool to basically edit the videos as I showed you guys, like, right? Like these are all videos that are edited not by me, but by the system, right? Like, let me actually, ooh, did this finish all the videos? It did, cool. There are a lot of things to improve with the editor too, but it gets the job done, I think, pretty okay. Let me see if there are any new videos. But essentially, maybe sports actually. Sports might be kind of fun to do for a hot second. Not boxing. Soccer might be good. Let's see. What's a good team, guys? Who should we do? Who should we showcase? Okay, we're gonna do Man U. We're gonna do Man U. Oh, and Man City. Man City's decent too. So we're gonna try to create some. See, so we got one downloading. Okay, so we got this downloading now, and it's gonna create the bundle. I'll show you guys what that looks like in a second when it's done, and I'll show you guys how we turn that bundle into a video that we're using to do some advertising. Usually these videos get like. In the past, I've validated like 1,000 views on shorts is like a pretty baseline stat. So you can get 1,000 views per video potentially. I don't know if you're posting 10 videos a day. You could also run multiple channels. So I have I have multiple channels. I don't want to dox myself too much, because people might. Well, I don't care if anyone does the same thing. I don't care. My only concern is just like if my things are getting botted, I don't want them to get botted. So please don't send bots to my thing. I want to make sure it's just real organic users that are engaging with the content I put out, potentially on different platforms. But the idea is I'm testing still, guys, is just very simple. Can we get lower customer acquisition cost from doing advertising? And I think this might have failed. Yeah, they both failed. Okay. Let's see. Are we in prod, guys? Let's see. Do we have any? No logo yet. Any ideas? If you have any ideas for logo, let me know. I don't have any logo really yet. I just have a basic V. As you see, it's just like a V. Nothing. Just the logo of the app is a V. I don't think this thing's working, guys. I really don't think this is working. Higgsfield, guys, I don't know if you guys are offering any free type of trials or anything like that. It would be cool. Oh, 10 credits. So can I try that again, or what's going on? All right, let's see. We'll try that one more again, guys. Apparently we got 10 credits. Edit your website by talking to it. Built for service professionals. Hoorah! Let's win. Let's win. Okay, so it's marketing. We'll go mosaic. We want like 15 seconds. Aspect ratio. Come on, guys. I'm not doing this. I thought I had 10 credits. It's supposed to be 8 credits. All right, I'll give you guys one more chance. If not, then I'll just figure out how to do it myself. Might do it, but not quite sure yet. Everything's done. Okay, let's see. Let's see how done it is. No, it's not done. It's not done. Okay, I'm gonna take a look, guys. I don't think it's working well. Not working well. Okay. The gallery still loads blank. Gallery still loads blank. All right. So we're gonna go here. Yeah, gallery still loads blank. So boom. Loads blank. Let's see. Okay, this is no longer scrollable. Okay, this is not, it's not, okay, that's really interesting. Onboarding website preview card is no longer scrollable. Let's confirm that. Let's confirm that. So it seems just pretty inconsistent across different devices. I think that's the real issue. Okay. But appears sized properly. Okay, I gotta test that actually. I should not make the assumption. I'm being lazy. I'm being very lazy. Okay, so I will try to sign up again and I'll do test 10. Test 10. This should work. Create a new account. Let's see. Okay, I'm a service agent. Does it scroll? Nope. Okay. Digital marketing services. I spelled that wrong. Whatever. Who cares? It's AI. It understands. Okay. Cool. That looks a little bit better, guys. A little bit better. I could work with this. So the onboarding website preview guys no score, but appears to be sized properly, which is great. Okay. So it looks sized properly. Small issue. It's not scrollable anymore. So we need to make sure it's scrollable. Same for AI Copilot chat. Okay, so we need to make sure that's better across both. So I'm testing both, and it looks like that is the case, right? So when we have that nailed down, we shall move forward, and then we will re-record. Okay, but the gallery still loads blank, so that's one big issue we had to fix. Because if it's loading blanks, can't do anything with that. It's gonna look disgusting. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do this again on the iOS app. The really interesting thing about building an app and a mobile version at the same time is it's actually quite. I gotta figure out how to make it a little bit more consistent, because when I make changes on the front end app, like this app versus the iOS app, it's very different, right? Like they're sort of two different apps. So keeping the UX benchmark really high is quite interesting. We've got a user, probably someone testing the app to poke needles at it. But let's see who we got. We got Rohan. I assume it's this guy that's been sniffing around, trying to understand what the product is and how it works. Yeah, I had a feeling. Just curious what he did. As a spur of activity. So it looks like he signed up with Google. That was it. That was quite literally it. Okay. Cool. Whoa. Yeah, guys. So we watch what's going on. Make sure this thing's not working. Is it? This is not the best user experience, guys. It's really hard to tell if this is doing anything or not. And I don't think it is, because it should not take that long. Okay, so we're getting a little bit closer. I can feel it a little bit closer. And by it, oh, is this the real issue? What is it saying? Okay, let's rerun this. So two things that we're fixing right now is mostly regarding the experience there, but we still got to nail the image recommendation system. And onboarding. And in gallery for user selection. So those are things we just have to nail it. Onboarding slash AI slash editor. We just have to nail it. We just have to nail it. Keep up with the front end user experience. That's just we just have to rebuild the front end basically. Cool. So we got that running. And we're gonna retest this guy. All right. So we're gonna do viral for the name. 201. Okay, we got a 201. Gonna tell us what that means. Crack, crack. We're gonna try again. Okay. Spell that wrong. Totally spelled that wrong. Butchered. That's the word. Butchered. Uno momento, por favor, guys. Take a quick second. I'm still gonna be here for a quick second. Just need to check some details. Okay. So we've got to catch up this guy to this guy. Right? iOS app experience needs to match our web experience. So that's what we're working on in parallel to our video editors. And then we're going to record a new, better session of the front end. And in a parallel, I think we're trying to do this, but I think it might have failed again. Might know why. Okay, let's see. Maybe fresh cookies. Let's try there. Stop doing that, please. We don't need to retry all, just these. So I want these videos. Let's see if we can get them. Okay, let's see if we can get them. Don't need this right now. Don't need this right now. Okay, stream looks okay. It's not as laggy as before. Jeez, last time was so laggy. So bad. I've got a reappeal for TikTok posting. Because right now I can only really post consistently to actually YouTube, Facebook and Instagram work pretty consistently. Gotta say. Let me see. Did I post any of these? These videos have been doing pretty well actually. The Chick-fil-A videos. Chick-fil-A. Yeah, the Chick-fil-A videos did pretty well. So, I mean, I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, yeah, so this is how I post them on different platforms. So this, I'm gonna post on Facebook and Instagram for the channel, for the brand, I mean. And all of it is pretty much already established. Let's see how well it does. And the way I have the logic set up right now, guys, is it posts every 15 minutes. 15 minutes apart. So post now. You could also schedule it. And all the videos will post with some spread apart period. We can always edit that, but for now it works for me. So this is built for me. Let's see. I don't know what's going on there. Make it scrollable. That's the point. Apply all the fixes. Cool. Make no mistakes. Can I switch? Ah, thank you. I'm adding more channels to our watch, guys. Okay, looks like it's posting. I'll confirm on my end. Make sure it is posting. Okay, it looks like it is, guys. A few seconds ago. Show you guys what that looks like. So this is one of the accounts that we have set up. And this is the video 43 seconds ago, right? That just got posted. Right, so we've got a watermark for the brand. We've got our outro for the brand. So this is the way. This is the way. See, 1 day ago, we had 3 likes on the video. Not plenty, but this is 1 day ago. We're still warming up the account. But as you see, there's some engagement with people. I assume these are real people, maybe. Potential people, potential customers, potentially in the future. I don't know. But this is how we're engaging with people, building an audience. without overly producing, right? Like, we're not sitting here recording new videos every day, nor am I really good at that. So I'm not going to try to be something I'm not. Okay, so you see here 2 minutes ago, boom, videos posted. So we've got our marketing engine across different platforms. The only platform that we still need is TikTok, and then I'm going to work on LinkedIn as well. I reapplied for LinkedIn, so that's just being waited for. This is the real issue here. Okay. Okay, rank bot. So rank bot. Camera just keeps getting cooked. Keeps getting cooked. All right. Any day now. Okay. Couple of things we gotta figure out why TikTok just keeps hating on us. we've like followed this process like 20 times, like, like I'm pretty sure, we made sure the app is following the policies here, but maybe we're missing something. All right. Oh, shoot. Posted that already. Okay. So we need to figure out why we're getting rejected by TikTok. Because we need to post there with the system, with our advertising system. Okay, so we can test this now. We can probably test this now. Check errors. And push to main. And put a plan to make new recordings for new Okay, so we're gonna test this now. Clean. Selling Chick-fil-A. Okay. Our downloads are still seeing some trouble. And I don't have that tracker anymore. Let me try to see if I can fix the pipeline. So our capacity. Let's see. Having a feeling that may not work. May have to do more auditing. right. And just go here. Make sure it fixes itself. Cool. Before we execute that, let's see what it looks like. Is it even deployed yet? Ah, it looks like it is. Okay. What about the images, though? What about images? Okay, images are not quite showing anything. Okay, the images still kind of look blank, but let's see. Okay, so okay, it looks like we can scroll. Okay, I guess the images are not blank. Let's see. All of the above. Okay, let's just run through this onboarding session. I make it easy on myself and just say yes, yes, yes to everything. All of it. Okay, so that's something that's not quite interesting. It's a little too agreeable. Like it just the website's getting edited to like whatever the person wrote, which doesn't make much sense. Shoot. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good enough. That's good enough. Testing a few things here. Gotta fix RSS feed. Okay, with TikTok, gotta figure that out. I've been doing a lot of yapping earlier in this video. Right now I'm trying to get into a flow state and make some really, really good changes. So trying to figure out why my things are not downloading, trying to figure out how to make sure our app is following TikTok's policies so we can get approved, so we can post a TikTok directly from the app. And then we want to add more channels that we can watch in the RSS feed to help us out. So what's the issue here? Curious. It's the same issue we've been facing, or it's a new one? Cool. Okay, this must be doing a huge deep dive. How's it going? Yo, this thing's been cooked for such a long time. It just forgot what to do. Okay. We're making sure we follow TikTok. Making sure that we follow the rules. Okay, maybe we can record. Okay, so we're gonna get a new recording. Okay, start this over. Do. Okay, this is gonna eat up a lot of my CPU, so we might start to see frames drop, guys, potentially, because my computer is going to be a jet engine for a few seconds here. So it looks like the stream has been going on for almost 2 hours. I might start to cut this here, guys. I think we still have a good amount of progress to make, of course. I think it's becoming, the picture is getting a little bit more clear for myself and maybe anybody else that's following, like where we might be headed with this thing. But until then, I think I'm going to take a short break, let this thing run, let the video create itself, and try to get more channels on our RSS. Make sure our downloader is fixed. When our downloader is fixed, and then make sure we can post a TikTok. So you're going to see a lot more of these videos storm the internet, potentially. Coming to a your YouTube feed, coming to, so we've been seeing these videos do pretty well. So we're probably going to keep doing these videos. We're just going to see and track how much progress we make, how many users we potentially could get with a very low customer acquisition cost in comparison to running advertising. Can we build an audience of people that are also vibe coding or building applications, building communities, helping other businesses as service agents? And we're just going to go for it. I think this is a good opportunity to learn, explore, grow. So I welcome it all the way through. All right, guys, this was day 17. You're going to catch me, on another day potentially, and we'll see where the progress is, how far we've gone, what types of things we've learned, if we're growing a community, how far it's going there. Anyways, your boy Elijah. I'll see you next one. Peace.